So I've been getting this request to do like a hair routine plan for a while now, and so I was like, let me just get on here and tell you guys what I do for my hair care regimen, and then hopefully help you guys create your own. I'm not gonna really touch on a lot of the things like, oh, I'm this texture, like, no. Every person's hair needs moisture, and every person's hair can benefit from these products. Now, what I will talk about a little bit is porosity, because that really does have an effect on how your hair receives moisture and how it keeps moisture. So I will touch on that a little bit, but we're just gonna get started. And the basics of creating a hair regimen are the PSS, okay? You are looking for hair care products that have no parabens, no sulfates, and no silicones. Now, I will say that a lot of products will like not have two of these things, then have the other. Like a lot of Shea Moisture products have no parabens and no sulfates, but they'll have silicone. So sometimes you can kind of work with the products that have like maybe one of the things, but you're just not trying to overdo it. I will tell you guys a product line that has none of those things, and that's curls. And so if you want to try any of those products, go for it. But just because it has all the great stuff in it doesn't mean it really will work for everyone's hair. So just kind of keep that in mind. So the first step in creating a natural hair care regimen, first of all, let me just say, anybody who is embarking on this natural hair journey right now, congratulations and welcome to the crew. And for everyone else who's just trying to improve their hair care regimen and just create a healthy hair care system for their lives, well, this video is for you. So number one is picking a good shampoo. Now I can say this is one of the very hard things to do, and a lot of this is going to be trial and error, but if I would have gotten the tips that I'm about to share with you right now, then I wouldn't have spent so much money on trying 80,000 products. So I'm saving money for you right now. You're welcome. So number one is finding a good shampoo. I don't shampoo my hair every week. As a person of color, as an African American, my hair doesn't produce excess amounts of oil. I don't really get a lot of product buildup, you know, when I'm not wearing a protective style over a long period of time. So I'll shampoo my hair once a month or twice a month. It's really about listening to your hair and what your hair needs, because obviously your hair is growing from your scalp. So finding a good shampoo, make sure that it is sulfate free, paraben free, because sulfates really just strip your hair, okay, of all the oils and all the moisture, and what we need is a lot of moisture. So we're looking for a shampoo that will clarify your hair but not strip your hair of all the oils and moisture that it produces, okay? Number two is picking a conditioner. Now what I will do is I will use a co-wash every week, and then I'll shampoo once in that month. And what co-washing is washing your hair with a conditioner. Now this is so moisturizing. It can help you detangle your hair. I love co-washing because I just feel so much better, because it's like my hair is getting rehydrated and re-moisturized, and it feels like I can work with it. It's like having a good primer, you know what I mean? Like it really just lays the foundation for everything. So I'm gonna say that shampooing is important. Yes, it is. So definitely shampoo at least once a month. That's usually how it goes. If you need to shampoo more, and if you're doing a lot of protective styles that require a lot of gels and oils and just a lot, then obviously you want to shampoo a little bit more. But as you progress in your hair journey, you'll realize what things work for you, what things don't work for you, what products work and what products don't. And so I'll probably just do another video on some of my favorite products.
My favorite conditioners, my favorite deep conditioners, my favorite shampoos, my favorite oils, and what I use them for. So
we'll get into that another time, but I just wanted to kind of lay the basis for you guys in this video. So I'll co-wash like the first week, the second week, the third week, and then shampoo on the fourth week, or I will co-wash, shampoo if I've like had a lot of buildup, like I'm using a lot of gels or a lot of products, or I'd say I've had a performance and I've had to use like harder products or harsher products on my hair, then I will totally be washing that out, because I'm not trying to have, you know, buildup and you just flaky hair. It's just not cute. And so after we condition our hair, we detangle our hair, which If you can finger detangle, I would suggest trying to finger detangle your hair, because I feel like you lose less, you know, you lose less hair when you're doing that. But my hair is mad thick, so I will finger detangle, and then I will go in with like a wide tooth comb, and obviously start from the bottom. So start from the bottom and then work your way up to the roots, so that you're not ripping your hair out. Because if you're really trying to save your hair and create protective styles so that you're getting, you know, longer hair, thicker hair, healthier hair, and you're lowering the manipulation of your hair, you don't want to undo it on wash day. And here's just another little disclaimer. If you're angry, tired, frustrated over the day, I don't suggest that you do your wash day on the day that you're feeling like that, because you don't want to take out all the internal feelings that you're, you know, experiencing on your hair. It takes patience, it takes effort, but it's worth it in the end. So I just suggest that you pick a day that you're kind of like happy and like you've scheduled it, you know? You don't feel like, oh my gosh, I just have to rush through this. This is so time consuming and so irritating. I would really pick a day that you're in high spirits. You've had your breakfast, you've had your coffee, you know, you've waited on the Lord, you've done all that stuff, so that you're like in the mindset to really work on your hair, because it's like taking care of like a pet. But once you learn it and you're getting more used to it and comfortable with it, then it'll definitely be easier to kind of see what it needs and when it needs something. So after we've conditioned our hair, which obviously you're gonna rinse out of your hair, we're gonna move on to the third step. And this is my favorite step. Like if I had to throw everything almost out of the window, out of what I'm about to tell you today, I would do this, because this really changed the game for me, and that's deep conditioning. Guys, I can't tell you how important deep conditioning your hair is. I deep condition my hair weekly. Now, if I'm having a random month and I just have a lot of weird stuff going on, or I'm really, really busy, I really don't have time, or I'm leaving my hair in a protective style for a month or something like that, then obviously I'm not deep conditioning my hair every week. But usually I'm deep conditioning my hair every week. Okay, and that just replenishes your hair. It's like giving your hair like all the water, all the moisture, all the love in one bottle. And I'm gonna give you guys a video on that, because I have some fire deep conditioner, fire, because I've tried probably more than half of the brands that you can name, and I wasted a whole bunch of money on products that I didn't need. So I'm coming here for you. So I definitely love deep conditioning. I usually start a little bit at the ends and then work my way up, like I do with detangling, and then after that I'll just really, really focus on the ends. And this kind of goes back to saying that when the ends of your hair are the oldest part of your hair, and some people are like, oh my gosh, my hair's not growing, my hair's not growing, my hair's not growing, and the reality is your hair is probably growing. 9 times out of 10, your hair is growing, okay? So if you're not dealing with another pre-existing condition or skin condition, then I'm gonna say your hair is growing. It's usually growing at the rate of 1 inch, maybe ½ inch to 1 inch each month. So it's not your hair, it's not your scalp, okay? It's your ends sometimes, because if your hair is breaking at the same rate that it is growing, then you're going to continue to maintain the same length. So what we want to do is really focus on our scalp when we're shampooing, when we're co-washing, to get all the gunk out, so that we have a clean slate and that all the hair follicles can grow and thrive. And then we want to focus down at the ends, so that we're hydrating them and they're not breaking off, they're not splitting, you know, getting your trims when you need to. Talking about trims is a whole nother video, so I'm just gonna leave that there. So I will deep condition my hair for about 25 minutes under a hooded dryer. Now, not everybody has a hooded dryer, I understand that. They also have these heating caps that you can just throw in the microwave and leave those on. Or really, you could just walk around the house for like ½ an hour to an hour with the deep conditioner in your head, and then you'll be perfectly fine. I will say this, you can do the porosity test to kind of figure out which products will work best for you. There are certain product lines that are specifically for your hair porosity. And so if you can just get a regular well, not like a glass like this, but you'll get a glass, like a clear glass, and you'll put water in it, and then you'll take like a strand of hair that maybe is like falling out of your head. Just take one strand of hair and put it in the glass. And so if it floats to the top, that means you have low porosity hair. If it's in the middle, that means that's like normal. Okay, so we'll say medium porosity hair. And then if it goes to the bottom, it sinks to the bottom, that's high porosity hair. So if you have low porosity hair, that means it takes a lot of effort for you to get products and moisture and hydration into your hair shaft, like into your hair strands, and for it to really get moisturized. It just kind of sits on your hair. And sometimes you don't have to maybe do the test. You can just, if you fit this description, that's probably the porosity that you have. Okay, so if you have a hair type that is like that, that also means that after it gets in your hair, it's pretty much staying in there. So the hard part is getting the product in your hair. So there are product lines that kind of fit low porosity. Now middle porosity is kind of, it's the middle. It's like, it goes in, takes a little effort to go in, and it takes a good amount of effort to leave. That's like, I guess, people's goal, because you're not really struggling as much. Now I have high porosity hair, and sometimes high porosity hair can be from like heat damage, color damage, being treated a lot, things like that. And some people just naturally have high porosity hair. Now I have high porosity hair naturally, because I've rid myself of a lot of heat damage and things like that. I've actually never color treated my hair. I've never permed my hair. I've never bleached my hair. I've never done any of those things. I've been natural all my life, though I was pressing it all the time. And so if you're pressing it, well, I wasn't pressing it all the time when I was younger, but when I got my own flat iron and like there was a piece that was looking a little flappy, like I was gonna straighten that thing down. So I went a little OD and on that. So I will say that I had a lot of heat damage, and I really wanted to see my curls, and that's really kind of why I embarked on this journey, because I was like, I want to see like what my actual hair like looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's curly, when it's out, I saw it in its natural like going and thriving state of like a bun or something, but I'd never really done the wash and go look that often. So that's why I started. I have high porosity hair, so that means that yes, moisture goes into my head, which is in my hair, which is great, but as easily as it goes in is as easy as it comes out. So I'm like in this little problem where yeah, I can get the moisture in, but just as soon as it goes in, it can like escape because the pathway is the same, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I love deep conditioning my hair, because it's like it's really holding in a lot of the moisture, and it really gives me a great foundation for building upon that. So I love deep conditioners, and I also really enjoy a good protein treatment. And so you only protein treatment your hair every 4 to 6 weeks. I feel like for me, it just revitalizes my curls. It's like, hey, I'm back. I'm feeling loved, and they just bounce back, which is great. But the same thing that you're trying to avoid by using a protein treatment, so you're trying to avoid like very stringy and weighed down and just unattractive curls, and it just needs a little life and a little strength. Like that's why you would use a protein treatment. But on the other hand, if you over protein treatment your hair, which be sure to look at the products that you're using, whether it be leave-in conditioners or sprays or your conditioner itself or your shampoos or your deep conditioners, make sure that they don't have excess amount of protein. If you're not protein your hair, because then you'll get the same results as if you didn't protein treatment your hair.
Bruh.
Which is kind of like, you have to find the perfect medium. So stick with the rule that you only protein treatment your hair every 4 to 6 weeks, and that's actually what my hairdresser told me, and so I've just stuck to that rule because I trust her and I love you. Thank you, Aunt Helen. Okay, so after you protein treatment your hair is feeling great. You're really like embracing your curls. They look like they bounce back. You've never seen them look like this before, and now you're happy. Your hair curl is light. It's just beautiful, right? So after you get to that point, I was like this sad moment, because I don't really like washing out my deep conditioner. You should, okay? I'm not telling you shouldn't. I just don't want to. Just like when you wash your face and you finish washing your face, you want to wash your face off with, cold water and just do all that. You want to close your pores. So we want to seal in like all that hydration and moisture that we just sat, under the truck for 25 minutes to achieve, okay? So after that, you're going to get a leave-in conditioner. This is like the second step that I think is one of the most important. Like shampooing, yes. Conditioning, yes. Deep conditioning, fire. Leave-in conditioner, you need it, okay? Because you don't want to do all that work and only have that moisture last for like a day or 2 days, you know? So you want to automatically hit your hair with a fire leave-in conditioner. The next step is the step that I think most people get confused by. Using an oil. Okay, an oil is a sealant. An oil is a sealant, so that means that it seals in whatever you put it on. Okay, so if I'm moisturized, I've moisturized my hair, it's like thriving, and then I put oil on it, then I am sealing in the moisture, which is what we want to do. If I'm putting oil on my dry hair, then what am I doing? Sealing and drying. So that really is not benefiting us. Now I will say that using oil throughout the week just to like massage in your scalp to create that blood circulation and, you know, stimulate hair growth is great. So you can do that for 3 to 5 minutes, maybe a couple times a week. That is great. Doing it on your wash day is the prime time because everything is just like lovely, you know? Definitely pick an oil that works for you. I don't suggest picking oils that you're allergic to. Learn this the hard way sometimes, right? I didn't know that I was allergic to certain oils, so making sure that you're using oils that maybe are in most products. Sometimes using an olive oil, using a tea tree oil, because that's also like an antibacterial, antifungal kind of oil. Jojoba oil is like the closest oil that is, you know, similar to the oil that your body produces, so I like a good jojoba oil. But I also like a castor oil when I'm sealing my ends and when I'm like massaging my scalp, because that really does help with like a lot of thickness and things like that. I think those are the main tips. Those are the main ones, guys. I think if you start there, please like put in the comments like if you have any questions about hair care or about styling and things like that. Obviously after you've like oiled your hair, you can go into styling and you can use the lock method or the LCO method. Whichever one works for you. I usually do like a liquid. I do a leave-in conditioner and then I'll do an oil and then I'll do my cream, styling creams and stuff like that. I don't usually use that many styling creams. They're kind of dehydrating sometimes, so I'm not a fan. Just figure out which one works for you, but just to kind of keep in all that moisture and all that hydration. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I had so much fun creating it. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and comment below any questions that you have for me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell and follow me on Instagram at I am Mariah Gabrielle. We out here.